Hello everyone, welcome to Module 6. In this module, you're going to be stepping into the role of an HR analyst, addressing key concerns from employees about international relocation. To reach the exemplary level on this assignment, you'll need to provide clear, well-structured responses that reflect HR best practices and demonstrate a professional tone. I'm going to walk you through exactly what you need to focus on for each section of the rubric so you can submit the best assignment you possibly can. Let's start with expatriate compensation. So it starts out and it says, one of the employees is concerned about how their salary will be determined in Australia. To earn full points, to reach exemplary for this, these are the things I want you to think about and talk about. Explain expatriate compensation clearly. Most multinational companies use a combination of base salary adjustments, cost of living allowances, hardship premiums, and housing allowances to make compensation competitive in the new country. I want you to compare expatriate versus domestic pay. Unlike domestic pay, expatriate compensation includes additional benefits to offset the challenges of relocating, such as tax equalization, relocation stipends, things like that. I want you to be specific. Mention that organizations benchmark expatriate compensation using global salary data to ensure fairness and competitiveness. Structure your response logically. Start with the factors that influence pay, then explain how expatriates receive additional financial support. One of the things that you see me respond with often is you need some more depth, more detail, more examples in your responses to reach exemplary. That certainly applies here. Now we'll jump over to relocation expenses. This section requires you to outline which travel and relocation expenses will be covered by the company and which will be the employee's responsibility. I want you to clearly differentiate covered versus non-covered expenses. Typically covered, things like visa and work permits, airfare for employee and family, temporary housing, shipment of household goods, and relocation bonuses. The employee responsibility, that's going to be things like personal home sale cost, private schooling, and additional travel beyond company-sponsored trips. Again, use clear and professional wording. Your response should sound like an official HR communication and not a casual explanation. Be concise, but be thorough. Stick to high-level information while ensuring the employee gets a complete answer. A bullet point format here might improve your readability and clarity. Sometimes it's a little easier to break down the content for the user if you use bullets. Next piece, we talk about repatriation, compensation, and expenses. Repatriation planning is essential, and your response should outline how the company will support returning employees. I want you to explain what repatriation support includes, and many companies cover things like return flights for the employee and family, moving expenses for household goods, career transition support if the employee does not have an immediate role upon return, and some reverse culture shock training for employees reintegrated into the U.S. workplace. Be sure to clarify employee responsibilities. Not all costs are covered, such as personal moving choices, optional extended stays, or real estate transactions. Structure your response well. Your answer should be easy to skim and should answer the question directly. Make sure your tone is supportive. This employee is looking for reassurance about what happens after the assignment ends. So you absolutely want to be professional, but you want to be positive and supportive. The next element is tone and format. You want it to be professional, engaging, but still concise. Beyond the content, your tone and formatting play a big role in how your response is received. To reach the top score, these are some of the things you need to focus on. Use an engaging and encouraging tone. These employees are anxious about their moves, so responses should be supportive, professional, and clear. Avoid technical jargon that could be confusing. Structure your emails for readability. Use short paragraphs and bullet points where needed. And each email should follow a clear introduction, body, and conclusion. Finally, read your responses out loud before submitting. This often helps ensure they sound professional and conversational, not robotic or overly formal. This is where it comes in where I talk about things like voice modulation. When you're reading something out loud, you can actually receive and hear the tone better than if you're just reading it in your head. So we're getting close here to wrapping up. Think about this. Before you submit your assignment, ask yourself these questions. Did I fully answer all 3 employee concerns with clear, structured responses? Did I compare expatriate versus domestic compensation effectively? Did I correctly outline which relocation and repatriation costs are covered? Does my writing sound professional, engaging, and well organized? Make sure you complete your assignment. Some folks have had trouble with truncated assignments, broken pieces, or missing elements from the rubric. Make sure you touch on everything. And if you can confidently say yes to all of these questions I just asked, you're in great shape and you're likely to get exemplary on this assignment. That's it for this week. This assignment is your opportunity to showcase how HR supports employees during international relocations. So take your time crafting clear, well-structured responses. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm looking forward to reading your submissions.